People that maybe don't get you or don't vibe with you for whatever reason, but I've learned to be okay with that because you can't satisfy everybody. But if you're being yourself, you know you're gonna attract the right people. Yeah, my name is kdoubled and I'm from Markham, Ontario. Man, home is everything in a sense, and it's interesting because my home is Markham, Ontario. That's where I grew up within suburbia. But coming down here to Toronto and meeting so many people has made it my second home. So in many ways, I feel like home is not just a place, but it's also the people that are within there. So I have like a heavy association with, you know, people within a certain place as home. So I got my family here, you know, at Ryerson in downtown, while I have my blood family at home and up in Markham. So home to me is ever changing, it's ever evolving, but it's just that place where you feel like, you know, I'm happy, I can be me to the fullest. I feel like, to start off, yeah, family is so important to me, and it's really what drives me, as I was getting at. But with regards to the music and being braggadocious and being the top dog, as you said, I feel like there's a time and place. Like with Barcodes, the song that I performed, it was, you know, it's up there. You know, you're having fun with it, and you're kind of just going bar for bar about who you are as the man. But 85–90% of my music is about those real times and being unconfident, you know, not being sure of where you're going, and relying on that support of your family. So I think that there is a time and place for braggadocious music, and it works in the clubs, but I just love focusing on that journey, that introspective kind of feeling, because to me, that was my journey, right? Like, it took me 4 years of high school and a year of university to really be happy with who I was as a person. And so I felt like I just needed to share that with the world, because I know there's people that are going through the same thing I am. I see it around me, and it hurts me to see that you're not realizing your full potential. You know, it's right there. You just got to change your mindset and use the resources you have. And for me, that was my family and that was my friends from the jump. Yeah. With regards to like approaching people here, when you're a musical artist, I feel like you could take it two ways. You could be like, yo, like, I'm a musical artist, yo, come look at me, check me out. But there's also the other way where you can be like, hey, listen, like, I make music, but like, yo, what's good with you? And that's always the approach I've kind of taken, because while I think my music is special, and of course it is to me, I'm not the type of person to really force it anywhere, or like push it anywhere, because at the end of the day, there's so many other art forms that I don't know and I want to find out, you know. Like writing, for example, you have people in business, and these are all respectable things. So I always like to just kind of see what's up with them and say, hey, listen, I make music. If you like these kind of artists, check it out. And that's kind of how I've pushed myself out there. With regards to just the choosing the family, yeah, that's been instrumental. And funny enough, I didn't have to approach one of my boys, Nate Will, who is on the camera right here, Nathan Williams. You actually approached me, and you were like, yo, you're kind of fire, I want to be your friend. And that hasn't happened too often, but that was crazy. And of course, you know, you're part of the boys, you're part of the team. And just to speak on that as well, I feel like coming to Toronto has allowed me to establish not only a team, but a group that really supports you. And I feel like that's important as well. Drift was my debut project, my debut EP, and it was really a combination of everything that happened in my 4 years of high school and my first year of university, in the sense that it started with me not knowing who I was and what I was gonna be, and trying to fit in, and that's where really Dusk and Want You, which I performed, was really about. It was that unconfidence, that lack of self-love and self-acceptance. But the project is really about going full circle and discovering who you are and being okay with it, you know, and being happy with that. Because at the end of the day, like, when I say let it run, you have to be you. That's the only way you're gonna be happy, in my eyes, is if you let yourself be free. That project was, it was made over a year, I'd say, in close collaboration with yourself. And we had shot the cover in Markham, actually, on Elgin Mills. For anyone that knows that street in the GTA, Elgin Mills. We brought a car. My boy Nick had a nice Chevy Malibu. He brought it on the side, and sunset out. It was me, Ev, Nate, Nick. I know Marcus was there, and we shot that cover, and it perfectly encapsulated the vibe. So I couldn't be happier with that. And it also uses driving as a metaphor. I've always found driving therapeutic, and I feel like when you're in Markham, just to sidetrack a little bit, you have like, it's a weird spot. You have your downtown here, you got like the suburbia over here, and then there's this one street, Major Mac, and on this side it's rural. There's nothing there. So what I used to do sometimes is just take the car out, go for a little drive on those small roads, and you know, it was a place for me to just be with my thoughts. And so I thought that it was very important to incorporate not only on the cover, a car, but the idea of just driving. That was a driving force in the EP, if you will. So that's a little bit about that project. Yeah. Honestly, a lot of references to my hometown. My favorite lines, it's very interesting because the first song, Dusk, I say, I've changed so much, give me one more chance because I've changed so much. And then by contrast, the last song, Dawn, I'm like, I never really changed for you. So those two lines together are really important to me because it really highlights the overall message of the project and how that one's journey can really go full circle. I feel like let's start off with Frank Ocean, because I feel like Frank was always someone that amazed me with the way he takes like whole stories, you know, and he just puts them together in one sentence sometimes, and I'm like, that's incredible, that's true poetry. And I wanted to bring that to this style of music, because I feel like it's there sometimes, but it can be so much more intricate lyrically, and I aspire to do that through inspiration from Frank Ocean. Future, not exactly poetry, sentence to sentence, but I love the way that he uses his voice in so many ways. He's different with the flows, you know, you never know what he's gonna do, and in some cases uses his voice as like an instrument to drive melody. So on that side, that's where I kind of brought in Future's influence and inspiration into my own sound to kind of have a marriage there and birth kdoubled.'s kind of style. Oh man, I love that. So yeah, my mantra this year has been let it run. And it's been something I've held close to me as an extension of the drift era and perhaps transition now into this new era. Let it run really means being you to the fullest with like no exceptions, no apologies whatsoever. So in the song, I'm just like, you know what? You gotta be you. You gotta let it run. Because at the end of the day, as I've mentioned, how I found happiness is just knowing who I am, accepting that, and just being me to the fullest, you know? There's gonna be people that maybe don't get you or don't vibe with you for whatever reason, but I've learned to be okay with that because you can't satisfy everybody. But if you're being yourself, you know you're gonna attract the right people. And those are the people you wanna be around at the end of the day. People that get you, people that vibe with you, and people that appreciate you for who you are. So let it run is just being that. If it's one thing I'd stress, it's just let it run, let it be you. Yeah, not at Mod Club, since unfortunately they closed. Very, very sad day for music in the city. But once things open, I'm already I'm not gonna say putting in the work, but things have been coming together behind the scenes. Once everything's open, whenever that may be, I really wanna I love performing, and I realized that since we haven't been able to whether it's a small place or a big area. You're gonna see me over the city. I wanna touch different city bases. We're kind of doing that with the little group we got going together. It's called YV, a little creative collective I'm super happy to be a part of with some brothers. So we're gonna be hitting up as many places as we can. I'm gonna be trying to drop some more and just be as creative as possible with the content. Not too sure. Honestly, I'm gonna let it run and just kind of see what comes to be from that. Let's let it run. Yo, this is KDoubled, and I'm letting it run at the Fake Avenue Music Festival.